My name is Stephanie Plowman, and I am the Special Collections Librarian here at Gonzaga University. Here in the University Archives and Special Collections, we have rare books dating back to 1475. We have about 12,000 volumes. But we also have the University Archives are located here, so all the history of Gonzaga going all the way back. We also have a large sheet music collection, about 18,000 pieces of sheet music going back to the 1850s, and that's all been scanned and available digitally for people to use online. So a lot of different things that we have here in the vault. It's not just rare books. The bulk of the collections were already here before I got here. And so we wrote a collection development policy, which talks about what are our strengths going to be. And what was already here was strong in philosophy and theology and Northwest history, including Spokane history. And so that was something that we thought, oh yeah, that's what we want to continue to collect in. So either we purchase or we receive by donation. The sheet music collection was something that just came in with a donor, and he had money to pay to get it scanned, which, made it doable for us to keep that collection and to make it available because we had that cost covered by the donor. We also have the largest American collection on a poet named Gerard Manley Hopkins, and he was a poet from England and Ireland and died in the 1880s. The Jesuit priest that started that collection, named Father Anthony Bischoff, his idea was to collect anything and everything on Hopkins. And so after he no longer was working with the university, we continued to purchase and collect on that topic. We have scanned some of the Bischoff collection after he passed away. In 1993, we scanned several items from his collection, like 4 unpublished letters that we found in his office. And so there's some resources there that users from abroad can use without having to come here. The fact that Father Bischoff wasn't able to write his book, but he done a biography on Hopkins, but he collected this large collection that's his legacy, is what he collected for other people to come and use. It's not the book he wrote, but the collection materials that we have here on Hopkins that he collected. So in the rare book collection, we have strengths in Jesuitica, philosophy and theology, Northwest history, Spokane history, just different topics here that we've collected over time, or they were here already. Some of the rare books came from the Jesuits. Back in the 1930s, a Jesuit named Father McGarrigle was sent over to Europe during the Depression with $10,000 to buy books in Europe because they were wanting the American dollar, and so he was able to buy a lot of rare books from collectors and from bookstores there, and those books came back to Spokane, where there was this Jesuit novitiate here in town called Mount St. Michael's, where they trained the Jesuits, and they were trying to get this large, have a thorough library on philosophy and theology. And so when that house closed in the 70s, those books came here to Gonzaga. Either were part of the circulating collection, we're up here, or now here up in the vault. Well, I really like the oldest book, the 1475, the Bruno Psalter. It's a book of Psalms with commentary, and it was published, like 30 years after publishing started. And when you look at the font, it looks like it's manuscript, like it was done by hand. But at the time, when they were using the publishing press, it didn't make it look too different than what they were doing before. It's published in Latin and in 2 colors. It would go through the printing press twice, once for the black and then once for the red. Over the years, it's been well cared for, and the outside of it has the pine wood boards, and then you can see the vellum that they've hand tooled on the outside too. That it's just in great shape and has its original clasps inside too. And so these rare books are stored here in a vault, temperature and humidity controlled. We have about 12,000 linear feet of storage space, so that includes stuff for the manuscripts and the GU archives and different things. So it's not just the rare books. I would just like to make sure people know this exists. I mean, I don't want it to be a secret. Walk by the building and you would never know this is up here, and so this is part of it, is letting people know we have this materials. It is specialized. You have to, it's not for every undergrad because there's stuff that's in Latin, but there's other things that they can use. So it's not just for a certain type of student. I really enjoy working with students and get them excited about this kind of material. And I also have students that work for me in this department, and they seem to get excited about it too.